teacher and friends. We are group 3. I am Nguyễn Nhật Lệ.
I'm Nguyễn Thu Hà. I'm Bùi Thị Lệ. I'm Trần Thị Mai.
And I'm Phạm Thị Linh.
And right now, let's watch our video about stereotypes of Vietnamese provinces.
Firstly, we will provide the definition of some terms in Chapter 6 in the Cultural Competence book. They are stereotype, bias, prejudice, discrimination, and racism. Journalist Walter Lippmann introduced the term stereotyping in 1992 to refer to a selection process that is used to organize and simplify perceptions of others. Stereotypes are a form of generalization about some groups of people. When people stereotype others, they take a category of people and make assertions about the characteristics of all people who belong to that category.
And the next one, I will talk to you about the bias. According to Cambridge Dictionary, bias is the action of supporting or opposing a particular person or thing in an unfair way, because of allowing personal opinions to influence your judgment.
Prejudice refers to negative attitudes toward other people that are based on faulty and inflexible stereotypes. Prejudiced attitudes include irrational feelings of dislike and even hatred for certain groups, biased perceptions and beliefs about the group members that are not based on direct experiences and first-hand knowledge, and the readiness to behave in negative and unjust ways toward members of the group.
Next, whereas prejudice refers to people's attitudes of mental representation, the term discrimination refers to the behavioral manifestation of that prejudice. Thus, discrimination can be thought of as prejudice in action. Discrimination can occur in many forms, from the extremes of segregation and apartheid to bias in the availability of housing, employment, education, economic resources, personal safety, and legal protection. Discrimination presents unequal treatment of certain individuals solely because of their membership in a particular group.
The word racism itself can evoke very powerful emotional reactions, especially for those who have felt the oppression and exploitation that stem from racist attitudes and behaviors. For members of African American, Asian American, Native American, and Latino cultures, racism has created a social history shaped by prejudice and discrimination for individual members of these groups. Racism has resulted in the pain of oppression.
And next, we will talk about 3 stereotypes which Vietnamese people often have about people in different provinces in Vietnam. Now, let's watch our 3 short videos to discover.
Hey guys, enjoy some tea. Yes, thanks. Is it delicious? Where is from? Thái Nguyên. It's terrible.
Next, according to an old saying, trẻ Thái gái Tuyên, it is understood that girls in Tuyên Quang province is very beautiful and Thái Nguyên is famous for tea. So many people believe that all residents in Thái Nguyên plant tea and create the best tea. This stereotype is from the fact that for a long time Thái Nguyên has been honored as the land king of tea. Although Thái Nguyên is the second largest tea plantation area in the whole country, it is located in the ancient tea areas of Vietnam, with its characteristic tea flavor that no other place has.
According to this old saying, and the websites chasang.vn and chabutengkeng.com, Thái Nguyên is well known throughout the countries as well as foreigners as the first tea. The tea party started in the hard-working farmers' field. In the highly spirited romance, people drank tea and recited poetry. Thái Nguyên is also associated with many places such as Núi Cốc Lake, Tuam Temple, Sông Công, and also a safe area in the revolution. Thái Nguyên has some conditions for tea growth, and it really becomes a special product. A famous brand is highly appreciated by consumers. Thanks to the geographical location and long experience, tea in many places in Thái Nguyên is not only delicious, but also effective for its development. Thái Nguyên is a mountainous lowland with some low and small hills, which are next to Tambaksoria. So the climate here encourages special incentive for tea's growth. Besides the suitable land, the water supply of Núi Cốc Lake in 4 seasons bring a full of vitality with no industrial parks or factories flowing in and water routing almost a year. In addition, with around nearly 100 years of experience planting and processing tea, most people here laugh and quote it as a part of the culture. From that, they make a special flavor tea which is different from another area. As of information I read in an old magazine, the most famous tea is planted in Đại Từ Thảo. But not all people living in Thái Nguyên plant tea and create such a delicious tea product. It is not completely true that every land in Thái Nguyên has the suitable conditions to grow. An example I learned from my American friend. He said that he has heard that Thái Nguyên was very famous for tea. So he bought a kilo of tea in Phú Yên and it was not as delicious as he thought.
Oh man, this is nem chua Thanh Hóa.
Don't be too trusting of the hearsay. It's not as good as its appellation.
Why can't you say that?
I was just eating it yesterday.
Uh-oh.
Have you ever heard about nem chua Thanh Hóa? I have some friends who come from Thanh Hóa. Each time they come back from their hometown, they often bring nem chua, an appetizing food. Well, to be honest, the name nem chua Thanh Hóa is well known by many Vietnamese people. So, whenever talking about nem chua, people think about nem chua Thanh Hóa as a preference. According to the website LinkedIn, it is called nem chua Thanh Hóa not because this dish originated from Thanh Hóa. That's because nem chua made in Thanh Hóa has the peculiar attraction, which satisfying the taste of many people that no area has. As a result, many people believe that nem chua Thanh Hóa is the greatest and they will feel weird if nem chua Thanh Hóa is not as good as its appellation.
Agree to website thế giới di sản.vn, nem chua Thanh Hóa is famous for a long time because of its tasty, which is unforgettable flavor. There are many places in Vietnam in which people produce different types of nem chua, but the one from Thanh Hóa is one of the most delicious. People in Thanh Hóa have a special and secret recipe to make the dish both outstanding and remarkable. However, it is not true that people in every area in this province can produce scrumptious fermented pork roll. In fact, there are 24 districts, but just several of them are well known as appetizing nem chua, such as Bỉm Sơn District, Cột Cờ, and Hạc Thành Street in Thanh Hóa City. Moreover, if you believe that whoever in Thanh Hóa knows how to make nem chua, it is untrue. According to my aunt, living in Quảng Sương, she said that there's no one who can make right flavor fermented pork roll in her place because of the fact that they don't know the traditional recipe. In addition, some unsafe establishment produces fermented pork roll that poses as traditional nem chua Thanh Hóa, but actually low-quality nem chua from this place come onto the market. According to Vietnamnet.vn, a fermented pork roll institution in Samsun didn't guarantee food safety and was found down by the government police. So the key for you to buy original and genuine nem chua Thanh Hóa is that you should buy in familiar institutions and don't be too trusting of the hearsay.
We'll take you to an amazing Quan Họ folk song. Welcome to Miss Lee.
Làng Quan Họ quê tôi tháng riêng mùa hát vui, những đêm trăng hát gọi con sông cầu làm bao xanh, ngang lưng làng Quan Họ xanh xanh, xanh 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 xanh.
You told me that you were in Bắc Ninh. Why can't you sing Quan Họ folk song?
Move on the next stereotype. Mentioning to Bắc Ninh, people often think about Quan Họ singing because Quan Họ is Vietnamese folk music, which is rooted in Kinh Bắc area, now Bắc Ninh province. The name Quan Họ Bắc Ninh is well known not only in the country but also in the world. According to website wikipedia.com, on September 30, 2009, the UNESCO recognized Quan Họ Bắc Ninh folk song as the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Therefore, it is believed that Bắc Ninh local people can perform Quan Họ.
Quan Họ Bắc Ninh folk songs are among the most well-known social customs appearing widely in the northern Vietnam, being used to reinforce the relationship between villages. Quan Họ Bắc Ninh has a long-lasting history as a rich and beautiful musical storehouse of Vietnamese. According to the Vietnam's Cultural Heritage book by Associated Professor Nguyễn Chí Bền, it's not until the Lý Dynasty that Quan Họ Bắc Ninh developed robustly and became the most popular festival, which lasted up to half a month. In ancient time, although the capital of Vietnam was located in Thăng Long, Hanoi, every year when the spring came, Lý kings always returned to their hometown, Kinh Bắc, to hold these exciting festivals. Therefore, people say that Bắc Ninh is regarded as a cradle of Quan Họ folk song. It became the typical culture of the Bắc Ninh people. That is the reason why people often think that everyone from Bắc Ninh can sing Quan Họ folk song. In the fact that Bắc Ninh has 129 community-level administrative units with thousands of villages. However, there are 49 Quan Họ villages in Bắc Ninh province. Therefore, if you believe that all Bắc Ninh people can sing Quan Họ folk song, I think you may be wrong. For example, people often say Europeans are white and Asian people are yellow, but it's not true at all.
In conclusion, there are many other stereotypes of Vietnamese provinces, such as Thái Nguyên is the place of drugs, mountainous people don't know technology, and so on. Of course, nothing is 100% true and we should give up the stereotypes so we can stop hurting other people. It is important for people to challenge the stereotypes, biases, and prejudice, as well as to think and speak objectively in order to avoid enhancing the distance among masses, especially people in a country. Along with observing one-sidedly which makes negative statements, humans should forget the bad sides and look forward to the positive aspects to make the world a better place.
After studying this project, we realized that in different areas, There are different stereotypes, biases, prejudice, discriminations, and racism. So we need to think objectively and analyze them in many aspects to stay away from misunderstanding objects and sometimes hurting objectives. Furthermore, this project assists us in comprehending cross-cultural communication awareness. Hence, we can be more confident when we harmonize with people in other religions and societies.